Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, uh, bismuth.
Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth.
Yeah.
Good. Next.
Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium.
Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium.
Yeah.
Next.
Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So I don't know the last one.
Iodine, astine.
Okay. And the last one is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon.
Okay, good. Next. That's all. What about the next, Abhinaya?
Sir,
What about the elements present in the group number 1 to 13 to 18?
group 1 hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Group 2 beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium.
Okay.
13th group boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium.
Thallium. Next, 14th group. But
14th group
background noise is there from your side, Abhinaya. Just check it once.
sir, now my voice is clear, sir.
Your voice is clear, but background noise is there from your side. Maybe it is a air cooler or someone sound. So Abhinay, I will ask you in the last once again. Please check the background noise, that one. Tanvi, next. Tanvi, unmute yourself and tell me the elements present in the group number 1, 2, 13 to 18. Next one, Abhinaya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue, please.
So 14th group carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. 15th group nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. 16th group oxygen, sulfur. Sir, I don't know the
Sulfur,
next one.
selenium,
Selenium,
tellurium,
tellurium,
polonium,
polonium, and 17th group fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. 18th group helium, neon, argon, krypton. Sir, I
next,
don't know the next one.
xenon and radon. Xenon and radon. Tanvi, next, Tanvi. Tanvi, unmute yourself first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what about the elements? Have you studied or not?
No, sir.
Okay. Then when you will say that elements, when you will say that elements,
Sir, tomorrow, probably. Sir, I was sick yesterday also. I had back pain, like severe.
Okay, but don't miss in the next class. Okay. So I'll ask you in the next class again. So
Yes, sir.
today's our topic is the measurement uncertainty and the significant figures. Good evening, Anjali. And yesterday we don't have the classes due to some issue. Shall we take? Do you have any class after this 7:45? Hello. What is the meaning of precision? Precision refers to the closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. It refers to closeness of the various measurements for the same quantity. What about the accuracy? Anyone? It refers to the agreement of particular value to the true value. How many are you taking the running notes? Raise your hands.
Sir, I am taking.
Abhinaya and Tanvi.
Sir, I'm also taking, sir.
Okay. So try to make a running notes. Then it will be understand easily. So precision means what? It is the closeness of the various measurements for the same quantity. Accuracy means what? Agreement of a particular value to a true value. So I will explain these two with a basic example. Suppose you are doing the experiment. One experiment you are doing. In that experiment, the accurate value is 2. 2 grams you have to get. That is a true value. But we have the different persons are there. Suppose a person is doing the 2 measurements. First measurement and the second measurement. In the first case, he got as a 1.95. In second case, he got second observation, he got 1.93. Suppose if you take another observations, B person has done. He got first observation as 1.94 and the second observation as 2.05. And one more observations made by the C. In the first case, he got first observation, he got at 2.01 and second observation, he got 1.99. So these are the 2 observations which is made by the 3 different people, A, B, C. But actual value has to get as a 2 grams or 2 value. Now tell me whether these 2 values are precise and accurate. First he got as a 1.95, another one he got as a 1.93. Whether these values are precise. Precision means what? Closeness of various measurements, right? This is the first measurement, this is the second measurement. Whether these 2 values are very close to each other or not. These 2 values are close to each other or not. Give the answers. Hello.
Yes, sir.
This will be the interactive class. Don't sit silently, okay? Whether these two values are close to each other, right? So these two values are close to each other, means closeness of various measurement. So these two values are called as in precise, because whatever the observation you are getting, they are close to each other. Don't think about the true value. What about the accuracy? Whether these values are accurate?
No, sir.
1.95 plus 1.93. If you do average, what you will get? 2 point. How much you will get? 2.86. 9, 18, right? 2.96 you will get by 2. So it is 1.48. It is 1.48 only, it is 2. So it is not accurate value, right? Accuracy means what? It should be accurate to the particular given value. That is accuracy. So these two values are close to each other, or these two observations are close to each other. That's why they are very precise to each other, but they are not accurate to the true value. What about in this case? One is 1.94, another one is the 2.05. Whether these two values are accurate, close to each other?
No, sir.
No, right? Because one is 1.94, another one is the 2.05. Both are not close. What about the accuracy? 1.94 plus 2.05 by 2. You'll get around 1.99. And this is also not exactly equal to the 2. So it is also not accurate. Understand? Accuracy should be exactly equal to the true value. What about this one? 2.01 and 1.99. Whether they are precise or not?
Yes, they are.
They are precise. What about the accuracy? What about the accuracy? Check it. 2.01 plus 1.99 by 2. 4 by 2 equal to 2 only, right? So exactly matching with the true value. So these two values are also accurate as well as precise. Understand? What is the meaning of accuracy and the precise? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir, clear.
I'll give one more example. Suppose you have to get the value 4. You have made the two observations, first and second. One we are getting as a 2.02, another we are getting as a 2.01. Next one has a 1.5, another one has a 2.5. And the next one is a 1, another one is a 3. Next one is 3.0901, another one is a 2.99. In this case, which one is accurate and which one is a precise? In this case, which one is accurate and which one is a precise? Fast.
So the first one is precise but not accurate.
First one is a precise but not accurate. Disha, right?
Yes, sir.
Next, Aditi, can you tell me the next answer? What is that? 4 are there. I will give 4 to each one of you. So your 5 are there, right? I will make one more in this. Next.
Sir, it is neither.
Neither. Neither. 1.5, 2.5 plus you're getting 2. So neither. Good. Next one. Tanvi. Tanvi, what is the answer for this? Okay, we'll take as a different options, not the same. One is 2.5, another one is a 6.5 or 5.5. Now, what is which one is what is the answer for this, Tanvi?
Neither.
Is it neither? Check it once again. First, whether it is a precise, whether the given two values are precise to each other. Yes or no? Tanvi, please respond fast. Next one is for Anjali, fourth one. Anjali, what is the answer for fourth? Next one, Abhinaya, fifth. What is the answer for fifth, Abhinaya?
Sir, it is precise and it is not accurate, sir.
It's a precise and not accurate. Very good. Sorry. It is precise and not accurate. Tanvi, what is the answer for third? What is the answer for third? Disha, what is the answer for third?
So the third one is not precise, but it is accurate.
It's not precise, but it is an accurate.
Accurate.
Good. Aditi, what is the answer for fourth?
Which one, sir?
Fourth one.
Sir, it is precise, sir, but not accurate.
It is precise.
Not accurate, only precise, sir.
Check it whether it is not accurate.
Okay, sir.
Not accurate. Okay. Because when you're doing the addition of these two, you'll get 6. 6 divided by 2, 3 you'll get. So it is not the accurate value. Understand what is the precision and what is accuracy, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this?
No doubt, sir.
Precision means what? Refers to the closeness of various measurements. Accuracy means refer to the agreement of particular value to the true value. Okay. So this is all about the precision and the accuracy. So next we'll study about the significant figures. So there are 5 rules, 5 to 6 rules are there in the significant figures. Based upon that, we can identify how many digits are significant and how many digits are the non-significant. Okay. So generally significant figures will give the information about the certainty and the uncertainty of the disease. How many digits we have taken for the calculation purpose, it is explained by the significant figures. So in that first rule is all non-zero digits are the significant. All non-zero digits are significant. So example, How many significant figures are there in this?
2.
In this case, two significant figures. In this case, clear, right? All the non-zero digits are significant. Rule number 2. I'll explain you these examples with rule number 2. Okay. Zeros to the left of the first non-zero digit in the number are non-significant. The rule number 2 is zeros to the left of the first non-zero digit in a number are not significant. Now tell me, suppose this is a one number, second one. Whatever the zeros are there to the left side of first non-zero digit are not significant, right? Understanding? In this case, this is the first non-zero digit. Whatever the zeros are there to the left of the first non-zero digits are not significant. In this case, this is the first non-zero digit. Whatever the zeros are there to the left of the first non-zero digits are the non-significant. Clear? Rule number 2. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Then how many significant figures are there in this? In this case,
For the second one, it is 2.
2. What about the third one?
3.
It is a 3. Fourth one?
1.
1. Understand, remaining people?
Yes, sir.
Tanvi? Tanvi, can you tell me how many significant figures are there in this number?
2.
It's a 2 significant figures are there in the given number, because this is the first non-zero digit. Whatever the zeros are there to the left of first non-zero digit, all are not significant. So that is all about the second rule. Third rule, the zeros in between the non-zeros are significant. Zeros between non-zero digits are significant. So example, 3.05, 0.0708, 0.7006, 0.00802. So in the first case, how many significant figures are there? Zeros between non-zero digits are significant. In the first case, how many significant figures are there?
3.
3. Very good. Next, Disha. Sorry, this is a Disha only given answer.
Yes, sir.
Next case, Aditi.
Sir,
Tanvi, what is the answer?
3.
3 only. Good. Next, Aditi,
Sir, 4.
4. Next, Abhinaya,
Sir, 3.
3. Very good. Understand, right? First 3 rules. Then rule number 4. Zeros to the right of the decimal point are significant. Zeros to the right of the decimal point are significant. So example 6.00. We'll take 0.060 or 0.0600, 0.006600. So in the first case, how many significant figures are there?
Sir, 3.
3. Good. Next, Aditi.
Sir, 3, sir.
3. Check it properly. Abhinaya, how many significant figures are there in the second one?
Sir, 2, sir.
2 or 3? Which one is correct? Tanvi,
Yes, sir.
what is the answer for
The
second
third
one?
one is 2 and the third one is 2. Sorry, second one is 2 and third one is 4.
Second one is 2. Good. Because only these two are significant numbers, right? This is the rule. Zeros to the left of first non-zero digits are non-significant. Only these two numbers are significant. Okay. So 2 significant figures. What about the third one? 4 significant figures. Fourth one?
4, sir.
4 significant figures again. Is it clear for everyone? Only these 4 are significant. These 4 are significant here. And all the 3 are significant here. Clear? Any doubts in this?
No doubt, sir.
Next, rule number 5. If number ends in the zeros that are not to the right of the decimal point, then that 0 may or may not be the significant. If the number end with 0 and that 0 is not to the right of decimal point. Then that 0 may be, then that 0 may or may not significant. Suppose if you take example 680, 70, 60.0, and 770, 08, 770. How many significant figures are there here? If the number ends with a 0 and that 0 is not to the right of the decimal point, then that 0 may or may not be significant. Okay, so in this case 680, how many significant figures
Sir, 2.
it can be 2 or it can be 3 also, right? Here they said it's a may or may not. Okay, this 0 can be a significant or it cannot be a significant. So we have the two options we'll get. Either it can be answer 2 or it can be 3. In this case, what about in this case?
1 or 2.
It can be 1 or 2. In this case,
1, sir.
is it 1?
3.
What is the answer in this case? 60.0. 2 or 3 or only 3?
Sir, only 3.
It is only 3 because the 0 is to the right side of the decimal point, right? So if the 0 is right side of the decimal point now, it should be compulsory significant figure only. So the answer is 3. In this case, what is the answer for this?
4.
4. What is the answer for this?
2 or 3.
It can be 2 or it can be 3. Both chances are there. Understand all the rules.
Yes, sir.
So these are the 5 rules for the significant figures. What is the first rule? What are the 5 different rules?
Rule 1 is, sir, all non-zero digits are significant.
All the non-zero digits are the significant. Rule number 2. What about rule number 2?
Second.
Did you wrote the running notes or not? What is rule number 2? Can you able to see this one? Zeros to the left of the first non-zero digit is a in a number are not significant. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3. Zeros between the non-zero digits are significant. What about the rule number 4? Zeros to the right of decimal point are significant. And rule number 5, if the number ends with a 0 and that 0 is not to the right of the decimal point, then that 0 may or may not be significant. Clear for everyone?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
So I'll give some more examples. I'll ask you some more questions. How many significant figures are there in this? In the first case, how many significant figures are there in the first case?
Sir, only one.
Only one.
One.
Second case,
3, sir.
it's 3. Third case,
3, sir.
3 only. What about the fourth case?
2, sir.
2. Is it correct, everyone?
Sir, I have a doubt in the third one.
No doubt in the third one. Remaining,
Sir, is it 4? Third one.
third one is 4. Next, any other answers? Disha, what's your answer? Any other answer? First one is correct only, right? Only one non-zero numbers are there. Left side zeros all are non-significant. In this case also same. These 3 are these 3 are significant. But in the case of fourth one also same. These 2 are only significant. In the case of third one, all are significant only. Because the zeros to the right side of the decimal point all are significant. So the answer will be 5, not 3, not the 4. Total 5 digits are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all are significant only. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Still anyone has a doubts in the significant figures?
No, sir.
Suppose you have 161 centimeters and 0.161 centimeters and 0.0161 centimeters. What are the significant figures in these 3 numbers? This is the last example. What is the answer?
3.
Whether in one case or in all the cases it is a 3 only.
No, for the first one it's 3. And for the second one also.
Okay, third one.
Third one is also 3.
Is it correct? Remaining people?
Yes, sir.
Or any doubts in any other option? Okay. So next we'll do the calculation purpose. So how to apply these significant figures in the calculation? Suppose we are doing the addition or the subtraction. So what is the rule we have to follow here? What is the rule we have to follow? In the case of addition and subtraction, the final result should be contain the minimum number of decimal places out of the given numbers. In addition or subtraction, the final result should always contain the minimum number of decimal places. So always in the addition or subtraction of a significant figure, you should take only the minimum number of decimal places. That is only the important. This part. Suppose you're adding 2.345 and 1.23. What is the final answer? Another one, 44.341. Doing the subtraction of 1, I will take 0.1.4432. Can you tell me what is the answer? Final answer?
So for the first one, it's 3.575.
57. Yeah, this is the final answer. What is the rule? The final result always should contain the minimum number of decimal places, right? Out of the given two numbers, in this case, how many decimal places are there? 3 decimal places are there. Yes or no? In this case, how many decimal places are there? 2 decimal places are there. Yes. So which one you have to
Yes,
consider
sir.
here? The final answer
2.
also should contain
2 decimal places.
2 decimal places only, right? So the answer will be 3.58. How many of you understand what is the 3.58? How you got this one?
We are rounding it off.
Yeah, we are rounding that one. I'll tell you what is the rounding of digits after this. But it should contain only the 2 decimal places, because out of the given 2 numbers, this one will have the least number of decimal places. That is a 2. And this has a 3. So 2 we have to select. What about in this case? Out of the given 2 numbers, it has a 4 decimal places. It has a 3 decimal places. Which one you have to select in the final answer?
3 decimal places.
3 we have to select. Right? So what is the answer for this? Approximately you'll get 42.8978. So if you're rounding off the digits to 3 means it is 42.898. That is the answer, final answer. Understand? When you're doing the addition or the subtraction of the significant figures, we should check only the minimum number of decimal places. Okay. In the case of multiplication or addition, here we should check the minimum number of significant figures. The same theory will come. Check the minimum number of significant figures. In the case of addition and subtraction, you have to check the minimum number of decimal places. But in the case of multiplication or the division, division, we should check the minimum number of significant figures out of given numbers. To take example, 3.9828 into 0.23. What will be the answer? (3.9828 into 0.23). So how many significant figures should be there in the final answer?
4.
How many?
4 significant figures.
Sir, 2.
We should check the minimum number of significant figures, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not the maximum number. So if I do that calculation 9828 into 0.23, it will come around 0.916044. But this is not the final answer, right? We have only two significant figures here. We have two significant figures here. We have total here 5 significant figures. But minimum we have to take. Yes. So minimum is 2. The final answer also should contain 2. So what is the answer? Final answer? Tell me.
Sir, is it 0.92?
Good. It is 0.92 only the final answer. Because it should contain the minimum number of significant figures. Understand? Clear? That is the case of
Yes, sir.
multiplication.
Clear.
In the case of division, we will see 4.25 417 by 627. How many significant figures should be there in the final answer?
1. I mean 3.
What is the answer? Suppose if you do this one calculation purpose, you will get 0.00678 this you will get. So what is the final answer?
So
Here we have
0.007.
3 significant figures. Here we have, how many significant figures are there in the above numerator part?
6.
Abhinaya?
Sir.
How many significant figures are there?
Sir, numerator or denominator?
Numerator.
Sir, 6, sir.
6. Tanvi, what is the answer? Final answer? Tanvi, what is the final answer here?
0.00678.
0.00678. Is it correct?
No, sir.
Aditi, is it correct?
Sir, no, sir.
What is your answer?
0.00679.
679. Okay. Remaining, which one is correct? Disha and Abhinaya?
So 0.00678.
0.00678 is the correct one. Because
Yes, sir. Because like 4 is smaller than 5, so there will be no
4 is
change.
less than 5, right? So if it is less than 5, we should not change the previous number. No problem. I'll explain that one. Aditi, why it is wrong? I'll explain that one.
Okay, sir.
Now it is clear. Multiplication or division, we should check the minimum number of significant figures. For the addition or subtraction, we should check the, what we'll check?
Minimum number of decimal places.
Minimum number of decimal places. Good. So with this, significant figures are finished. Just we'll check the rounding of the digits. What are the rules for the rounding of the digits also? So what are the rules for rounding of digits? What is the first one? What is the first one?
Numbers that are less than 5, there will be no change in the previous digits.
If the digit to be retained is less than 5, then the last digit is left unchanged, right? Example, 1.3583. Suppose you want to remove, you want to keep only 5 decimal places. What is the answer? Suppose you want to remove this digit, but it is less than 5, right? If it is less than 5 now, we should not add any number to the previous digit. So the answer will be only 1.3508. Understanding? Suppose if the number is greater than 5, the same theory will come. If the digit to be written is greater than 5, then what you have to do? Then the last digit is increased by 1. Same example will take 1.35083. Suppose you want to keep only the 4 significant figures. What is the answer? You have to cancel these 2. But this number is higher, right? It is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5 means we have to increase +1 to this. So the number will be automatically 1.351. Understand?
Yes, sir.
1.37. If you want only 2 significant figures, what is the answer? 1.386.
1.4.
1.4 is
Four,
the
sir.
answer. In this case, what is the answer?
Sir, how many significant figures should we keep in this?
We should keep 3 significant figures in this.
1.39, sir.
The answer will be 1.39 if you want to keep the 3 significant figures. In this case, 4 significant figures.
So 1.358.
1.358. Understand? These 2 are simple, but when you are coming to the third one, in the first case it is less than 5, right? Second case it is greater than 5. But if in the case of is equal to 5, then we have the 2 cases. One is in the if before number is even or the before number is odd. So what you will do in the case of even and what you will do in the case of odd? In the case of even, no change. In the case of odd, increase by 1. I'll give you examples also. Suppose 1.245. If you want to change to the 3 significant figures, what you will do? 1.335. If you want to keep only 2 significant figures, sorry, 3 significant figures, the last number is 5 and it is an odd one, right? Sorry, the before one is the even one, right? Here 4 is the even number. So we should not change anything to the even number. So the answer will be 1.24 only. But in this case, if the last number is equal to 5, but the before number is odd number. If it is an odd number means we should increase by +1. The answer will be 1.34. Understand?
Yes.
Is it clear for everyone or can I explain you once again?
No, sir, clear.
Tanvi, Disha, Abhinaya.
Sir, clear, sir.
Disha? It is clear?
It's clear, sir, no doubts. Yes, sir.
So it is 1.34. So this is all about the rounding of the digits. If you solve some more examples, 2.80985, 2.623, 2.424, 2.687. Just eliminate the last number, that's all. What is the final answers? In this case,
So first one is 2.80984.
2.80984.
4.
Next, another person. If you eliminate the last digit in this, what is the answer?
2.6.
2.6. Any one of you. First one said by
2.62, sir.
2.62. Abhinaya finished. First one, Aditi or Disha?
So Disha.
Okay, Disha finished first one. What about the Abhinaya? Tanvi, third one?
2.42.
2.42. Last one, Aditi?
2.69.
2.69. 2.85. In this case, if you want to eliminate the last digit, and
2.8, sir.
2.95. In this case, first one is the 2.8. Next one,
3.
how many significant figures?
3.0.
We have to keep 3 or 3.0. Which one is correct?
3.0.
This is correct, right? You should maintain the number of significant figures also. So it is a 3.0. Clear? Rounding of the digits.
Yes, sir.
You want any break? Hello? One minute. So this is all about the significant figures and the rounding of the digits. And next one is the scientific notation. So what is the use of scientific notation first? What is the use of scientific notation? Can any one of you tell me what is the Planck constant value? What is the Planck constant value? What is Avogadro's number?
6.023.
Planck constant?
Sir, I don't know that one.
Okay, no problem. Anyone?
Sir,
Sorry, Avogadro's number, what is the answer?
6.023
Only that?
into 10 to the power of 24.
24 or 23?
23, yeah, 23.
23. Yeah, what is the Planck constant? Any one of you? Remaining people?
sir,
Yeah.
6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34.
6.626 into 10 power minus
34.
34. So scientific notation means generally we'll write in the form of n into 10 power n. Okay. So where capital N is the non-zero digit. 1 minute. Yeah. So where capital N is the number of with non-zero digit and the small n is some integer. It can be positive or negative. Suppose if you take the Avogadro's number, the value is 6.023 into 10 power 23. And if you take the Planck constant, that is a h 6.626 into 10 power minus 34. Instead of writing like this, if you write like this, what will happen? It will goes on, right? What about this value? 6.000. It will goes continuous like this up to 34. Then it will write like 6626. Then which one is easy? Either scientific notation is easy to read and calculate, or the virginal numbers are easy to read and calculate.
Scientific notation.
Scientific numbers are very easy and we can write easily, and for the calculation purpose also it is easy, right? Compared to the virginal numbers, the numbers can be in terms of thousands or millions or trillions. If you take the small numbers like this, it can be 10 power minus 34. It means very, very small. So writing the virginal numbers is very difficult each and every time. And also calculation also very, very difficult in the case of these numbers in the virginal format. So that to decrease the time and to increase the accuracy of the calculation, we should use the scientific notation in the format of n into 10 power n. So where n is the number with non-zero digit, so always it will range from 1 to 10. It will range always from 1 to 10 only. So it should not cross less than 1 or should not cross more than 10. Okay, understanding? That's why can you see here, it is always 6.023 only, not 60.03, or cannot be 0.6. Understanding? The number is this one. Avogadro's number will say as 6.023 into 10 power 23. We cannot write like 60.23 into 10 power 22, or we should not write like this also. 0.6023 into 10 power 24. Both are wrong. because the number should be always in between 1 to 10. Understanding? Writing in this way is wrong and in this way is also wrong. Always the n, capital N value should be in between the 1 to 10 only. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now, if you want to check the number of significant figures in this, which one will check? Either 10 power 23 will check or 6.023 will check.
6.023.
We'll check for the 6.023.
023.
Then in this case, what are the significant figures? In this case,
So
what are
for
the significant
first
figures?
one, it's 2. For the first one, it's 2.
Two significant figures. What about in this case?
3.
First of all, is it correct way of writing the scientific notation?
No, it's not.
Then first, what you have to do?
You have to convert it.
You have to convert it to the proper scientific notation way, right? So what could be the answer here first? 6.28 into 10 power 22. Then we will write it as the significant figures. How many are there? 3 significant figures. Clear?
Yes.
So scientific notation are used to measure the accurate calculation purpose. Any doubts in this?
No, sir, no doubts.
So what are the topics we discussed today?
Scientific figures and significant figures and scientific notation
Only 2.
and rounding off.
And rounding of numbers.
Rounding of the digits. That's all.
Significant beyond addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Also.
Measurement uncertainties.
Precision and the accuracy also discussed, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in these 3 to 4 topics?
No, sir.
And what about the
Sir.
table? I have informed you to copy one table from the textbook. Have you done that?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, I forgot to do.
Okay. Again, there are some rules for the scientific notation also in the case of addition and the multiplication. But don't forget in the next class, okay? First of all, notes is important, running notes. Just coming and attending the class is not useful 100%. When you prepare the notes on your own only, it will be useful for you. It's very, very important, okay? Preparation of your own notes. So again, in the calculation also, we'll use the scientific notations. There are some rules. Whether you are getting the enough time for the copying during the class time,
Yes, sir.
or else can I
Yes.
take it somewhat slow?
No, it's fine, sir.
If you're not getting enough time for the copying, not just tell me. I will wait for 1 or 2 minutes. So next one is whenever you are doing the multiplication and the division of significant figures. So what is the rule we have to follow here? So always check whether exponential powers are equal or not. What is exponential power? Suppose you want to multiply with 4 point, or else we'll take 2.5 into 10 power 4. This is a one scientific notation number. Another one is into the 4.5 into 10 power 5. Can we multiply directly these two numbers?
No, sir.
Sorry. Not in this one. For the addition and subtraction, you have to take that one. We will change this one itself. Addition and the subtraction. So always check the exponent's power, whether it is equal or not. If it is not equal, the power should be, exponent power should be equal. Okay, instead of this one, will take plus. Now, whether the two exponential powers are equal? No, right? Then first,
No,
what you
sir.
have to do? We have to equate the exponential power. Either we have to change this to 10 power 5 or you have to change it to 10 power 4. Which one is comfortable? Which one is easy?
Converting
Sir,
4 to
10
5.
power 5, sir.
10 power 5, okay. So 2.5, how you'll change to 10 power 5? You'll take it as 0.25 into 10 power 5, you can make, right? As plus 4.5 into 10 power 5. Now we can add this directly because the powers are common, exponential powers. We can take it as a common 10 power 5. Directly we can add 0.25 plus 4.5. Yes or no? So what would be the answer? 4.75 into 10 power 5 is the answer. Understand this one? When you are doing the addition and the subtraction, always check whether the exponential power is equal or not. If it is not equal, make sure that exponential power should be equal. Okay. Understand or not this one? Or can I explain with one other example?
Understood, sir.
What is the answer for this? What is the answer for that?
Sir, should we make 10 power 7 to 10 power 6?
You wish that one. But the final answer should be in the scientific notation, right? That you have to keep in mind. If you use 10 power 6 also no problem. If you use 10 power 7 also no problem. But the whatever the final answer you are getting, it should be in the format of the scientific notation. Check it with both. First you take the 10 power 6 and next case you take the 10 power 7. What is the answer? Got the answer? So only 3 are there in the class. What about the Tanvi?
Sir,
Yeah.
to this, I converted 10 power 6 into 10 power 7.
Okay.
No. Sir, I got confused, sir.
So do
I'll
we get
solve once
different
again.
answers in both the cases?
We'll check it now. Okay. First we'll convert into 10 power 6. 4 into 10 power 6 minus 0.2 we can take, or 20 we can take. 20 into 10 power 6 only, right? We are decreasing one power, which you have to increase one digit. So what would be the answer here?
16.
Minus 16
Minus 16 into 10 to the power of 6.
into 10 power 6. Or else you can write as a 1 point minus 1.6 into 10 power 7 we can take, right?
Yeah, so we get the same answer in both the cases.
Then what about this case? 0.4
Minus 1. Okay.
into 10 power 7 minus 2 into 10 power 7. So 0.4 minus 2 into 10 power 7 common. It can be minus 1.6 into 10 power 7. This is the correct way of writing the scientific notation, right?
Yes, sir.
So the answer could be both same only, right?
Yeah, sir.
Understand? So this is in the case of multiplication and the division. Sorry, this is in the case of addition and the subtraction. Addition, subtraction, or multiplication and division. Addition and subtraction. Then what about in the case of multiplication and division? Simply we will add the powers, right? Add the exponent powers. Example, 5.6 into 10 power 5 into, we'll take 6.9 into 10 power 8. What you'll get here? Whatever the formula a power n into a power n in the maths, what is the answer for this?
A to the power of m plus n.
A to the power of m plus n.
N.
In the same case, 10 power 5 into 10 power 8. What would be the answer? 10 power
10 power 5 plus
5 plus
6.
8. 5 plus 8, right? 8.
Yes, sir. 5 plus 8.
So we can take 5.6 into 6.9. By common thing, we can take 10 power 5 plus 8. 5.6 into 6.9 into 10 power 5 plus 8. So it can be answer. What is the answer?
So 5.6 into 6.9 into 10 power 13.
So it's around 10 power 13. But is the correct way of writing scientific notation?
No,
No,
sir.
no, sir.
Then again you have to make it 3.864 into 10 power 14 or 12?
14, sir.
10 power 14. So this is a way of doing the calculation for the scientific notation in terms of multiplication and the division. Then what is the formula for a power m by a power n?
A power m minus n, m should be greater.
It can be a power m minus n.
M should be greater than n.
Yeah, if it is greater than n, then you will get the positive. If it is less than n, you will get the negative values, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Understand this one? So this is all about the multiplication and the division. Division, if you take one example, we'll take a 2.5 into 10 power 6 by 5 into 10 power 3. What would be the answer? What is the final answer?
Sir, 0.5 into 10 to the power of 3
0.5.
into 10 to the power of 3, 10 cube.
Is it the final answer?
Yes, sir.
You know complete concept and you're again saying the wrong in the final.
Sir, is the final answer 5 into 10 power 2?
It is 5 into 10 power 2.
2.
Because the n value is always between the 1 to 10, right? You should not forget the scientific notation. Okay. I hope now you are clear with scientific digits, sorry, significant figures, scientific notation, and what are the rules for the significant figures and the calculation rules for the significant figures in the case of addition and subtraction, multiplication and the division, rounding of the digits, rules. Any confusion in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So we'll do the quick recap what we have discussed today. So first we'll come for the precise and accuracy. So what is the meaning of precision?
Approximate value.
It will be the approximate value or the closeness of the all the values.
Closeness, sir.
Whatever the measurements we're getting, it should be the closeness of various measurement. That is the precision. What is accurate?
It should be the same.
It should be the true value. Accurate value should get. That only it will be the accurate. Next, after this, we have discussed about the significant figures. What are the 5 rules in the significant figures?
All the non-zero digits are significant.
All the non-zero digits are the significant. That is the first rule. Second rule.
0 to left of first non-zero digit is a zero.
The zeros.
The numbers which are left to the 0, they are not significant.
The number which are left side of the first non-zero digits are the non-significant. Right?
Yes, sir.
What about the third one? Zeros in between the non-zero numbers are the significant. Fourth one. What about the fourth one?
Zeros that are in the end of the number are significant.
Zeros to the right side of a number is a right side of a decimal point is a significant. Fifth one. Zero which are present at the end of a number, but it should not be the right side of the decimal point. Then that zero may or may not be the significant. Yes, these are the 5 rules for the significance. After the significance, we have done some examples on that. After that, we have discussed about the rules for the calculation. So in the case of addition and subtraction, what we will do? Which one we have to follow?
Minimum decimal places.
In the case of addition and subtraction, we have to follow minimum number of decimal places. In the case of multiplication and the division,
Minimum number of significant
Minimum number
figures.
of
Abhinaya,
Yes, sir.
in the case of multiplication and the division, what do you have to follow?
The minimum one at the end of the number.
Minimum end of the number. We have to follow the minimum number of significant figures. Okay, Abhinaya, in the case of multiplication and the division, you have to follow minimum number of significant figures out of the given 2 numbers. After that, we have discussed about the rounding of the digits. So tell me, the Abhinaya, what is the rounding of the digits? What are the 3 different rules? In the case of rounding of the digits, yeah, continue please.
So 3 different rules which are greater than 5 and lesser than 5 and equal to 5 we discussed. Sir.
Yeah, so it's less than 5 now. We should not add any number to the preceding number. If it's greater than 5, we should add +1 to the preceding number. If it is equal to 5, what is the answer? What do you have to do?
If it is odd, we should add one number. If it is even, we should leave it like that.
If it is odd, we should add +1 to the previous number. If it is even, we should not disturb that number.
No need to add
No
anything.
need to add or no need to change anything. So after that, we discussed about the scientific notation. It should be always in the form of n into cap 10 power n. Always the capital N should be the range from
1 to 10.
10. It should not be less than 1 or it should not be greater than 10. So again, there is a 2 different rules for the addition and the subtraction and multiplication and the division. So what is the rule for addition and subtraction?
we need to make the power same.
We should make the power same. If it is not equal, we should have to make it them equal. In the case of multiplication and division,
We should add the exponent.
we should add the exponents. In the case of multiplication, we should add the exponents. In the case of division,
We should make them equal.
subtraction, right? Division case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with this, you have finished about the significant figures in the measurement and uncertainty. What is the density? First, we'll come with mass and weight. What is mass and what is weight?
Sir, weight is
What is the difference between these two?
Sir, mass is like the whole volume of the object.
It's the amount of a substance, right? Or quantity of the matter present in it. Mass means what? Just quantity of the matter present in it. What about the weight?
So weight refers to the force with which an object is being pulled towards the earth.
It's the amount of matter present in it or present in a substance. What about the weight? Amount of matter plus gravitational force acting on the matter, right?
Yes.
So which one is constant? Whether the mass is constant or weight is constant?
Mass is constant.
Mass.
The mass is always constant, but weight will change from place to place, right? Weight will change from place to place, but mass is always constant because mass is just the amount of matter present in it. But what about the weight? It is the amount of matter plus gravitational force on the object. So always the gravitational force will change from place to place. That's why weight will change. So what is the conversion factor from Earth to Moon? What is the conversion factor for Earth to Moon?
Can you repeat?
What is the conversion factor for the weight from Earth to Moon? Suppose if a person weighs 60 kg on Earth, what is the weight of that person in the Moon?
So due to gravity, it may be less.
So always the conversion factor is 1/6 into weight on Earth. If it is 60 kg on the Earth now, then the same person weighs 1/6 into 60. Only 10 newtons on the Moon. Understand? The conversion factor is 1/6. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Then what is the density?
It is mass by volume.
Mass by volume.
Mass by volume, right? So in which state of the matter density will be more always? Solids, liquids, or gas?
Solids.
Solid.
Solids. 1 minute. It's not coming. So density is equal to, it's not at all moving. mass by volume, right? In the case of solids, always they are the higher density. So I will give you one problem. Suppose density of a solution is 3.12 gram per ml, and always you'll measure the density in the gram per milliliters or kg per meter cube. These are the units for the density. So in the question, given question, density is 3.12 gram per ml, and the mass is, you have to calculate, and volume is given as 1.5 ml. Now what is the mass of the given solution? Can you tell me what is the answer? And it should be perfectly in significant figures also. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Density is given 3.12. Mass is given 1.5.
Was 4.68.
What is the answer?
4.68.
4.68.
68.
Okay. So answer will be 4.68, right? Yeah,
Yes.
correct. That is correct. So next we'll discuss about the temperature. So what are the different scales for the temperature?
Celsius, Fahrenheit,
Kelvin.
Celsius, Fahrenheit, and the Kelvin. So what is the conversion factor from the Celsius to the Kelvin? How you will convert from Celsius to the Kelvin scale? How will convert from Celsius to Kelvin scale? No one. Suppose if I given the answer in the Celsius, like 25 degrees Celsius, what is the answer in Kelvin? So I'm not able to move the page down. I'm going to write here itself. So we have the Celsius, Fahrenheit, and the Kelvin. So if you want to convert from Celsius to the Kelvin, what you will do? We'll add 273.15 to the given Celsius value, right? Suppose if Celsius is 25 degrees, what is the answer in Kelvin?
298.15.
Plus 25. That is a 298.15 will take. Understand? What happened to this code? It is also acting after 8:30. Clear this one?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So Kelvin is equal to 273 we have to add. Conversion from the Kelvin scale to the Celsius, Celsius scale to the Kelvin scale is we have to add 273. What about the Celsius in case of Kelvin? Right? If you want in Celsius scale, just you have to subtract from the Kelvin minus 273.15. Clear? What is the room temperature? What is the average room temperature?
35,
24.
36.
What is the average room temperature?
35, 36.
35, 36.
Or 36.
Sir,
Okay, what is the average human body temperature? What is the average human body temperature?
37.
sir,
37.
98.6.
Okay, good. You have given one more option, right? 98.6. What is this 98.6? Is it Celsius or Fahrenheit or Kelvin?
Fahrenheit, sir.
Wait 1 minute. What is value? Okay. Is it Celsius, Fahrenheit or Kelvin?
Fahrenheit, sir.
Whatever the 98.6 which you are getting when you are doing the temperature checkup during the doctor time, it is in the Fahrenheit scale. That is a 98.6 is a Fahrenheit. It cannot be in the Celsius or Kelvin. If it is in Celsius now, it's almost equal to the hot boiling water, right? What is the boiling
Yes.
point of water?
100 degrees Fahrenheit.
100 degree Fahrenheit.
No, sir, Celsius.
If it is a Fahrenheit now, always you have to boil only then. Okay. So regarding this temperature scale, we'll discuss tomorrow. I am unable to load this page also in the bottom. Any doubts in today's class?
No, sir.
No, sir. No doubts.
Okay. So if you have not made any running notes, I will upload the notes in the Google Classroom. Take the notes from that and prepare your running notes, own notes. Okay. If you have any doubts in this, you can discuss in the next class. Sure for everyone? Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.